46, 47. Today, we are going to be doing the full overview of the Caroma P1, aka the Farmer's Market Beast. I call it the Farmer's Market Beast because look at this thing. Doesn't this look like a little tiny scooter you would take to the farmer's market? It's so cute. I probably look ridiculous sitting on this thing. Let me sit on it real quick to show you guys. Do I look funny? Come on, this thing's gotta look a little ridiculous on me. Either way, I still love it. So as you guys probably already know, this Caroma P1 is special because it's pretty much supercharged. I guess we can start from front to rear like I always do. Our front wheel is stock and I haven't done anything to it. Same thing with our forks. I'm just gonna leave it. It works. But what I did change was the brakes. We have 160 millimeter rotors front and rear paired with 4-piston hydraulic brakes. These are the same brakes I used on my Pocket Mod build. The brand is called JFOYH, Jafoy. I like the way they work. They got a little knob right here so you can fine tune it. They feel good in my hands and they stop the bike really quickly. Plus, I love the blue accents. I actually built this for my fiance, so she's not a fan of the blue, but oh well, too late now. Our current light is unplugged because it doesn't work. We have a different controller, obviously, and eventually I'm probably gonna get a light bar and mount it on the handlebars. Just to keep it simple, it'll be rechargeable from Amazon. Those light bars are really bright and they're usually brighter than the wired in headlights. I know some of you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I am keeping the stock handlebars because I do like that they fold down. A lot of people will shame me for it, but I don't care. They feel solid in my opinion, and this isn't a heavy bike, so when I brake, it's not like there's gonna be a crazy amount of force going into them. I really love that they're foldable. It's so useful because you can tuck away the bike really easily. Look at that. Look how small this thing looks now. I definitely wouldn't keep this foldable handlebar if the hinge worked the other way. Because when you're braking hard, you're putting force forward, right? So going forward is okay. If it opened up, if it was reversed and opened up like this, facing the other way, then I would be worried. But this is fine. And after I do our speed runs over here, I'm actually gonna tone down the power once I hand the scooter off to my fiance. Unless I keep using it, then I'm gonna keep the power on. So honestly, when she rides my bikes, she pretty much never goes faster than 35 miles per hour. So this is fine. I feel confident that this setup is sturdy enough for her. So up on top, we got our rubber grips. This came with the scooter. I did not change this out. We got the brake levers and we have our little bell. If she uses the scooter a lot and she actually uses it to commute to work, we're gonna get a rechargeable horn / alarm combo. They have that on Amazon too, and I really like that. I have that on my other bikes and it's super helpful and it's really loud. In the middle of our handlebars over here, we have my phone mount, and this is perfect because my phone acts as my display. So pretty much I just go on the app store and download a free speedometer app. Any will do. I have one that I always use that I like and is reliable. It's literally called Speedometer in the Apple App Store. On the right side over here, we have our key ignition and our voltmeter. Right now we are 84.3 volts. So we are at a full charge. And that's going to be connected to our half twist throttle. Our half twist throttle is actually a 3-in-1 combo. It's a throttle, voltmeter, and an ignition. So it makes using the far driver super easy. I have that plug and play for my store. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link in my description to pretty much everything I talk about. Moving on downwards to the frame, I bolted on some pegs. You can find these on Amazon. there's no place to put your feet over here, so pegs were necessary. It's not gonna be strong enough to where you can stand on them, but I would definitely trust it enough to just rest your feet on it. They might be able to support some weight, but I don't want to take that chance, especially when I'm riding and going fast. Over here we have our battery bag. It's a hard shell, so it's pretty protective. It comes with a little water bottle holder. I think that's going to be really useful, especially if my fiance takes this to work and she commutes. She can put her coffee in here. Of course, that coffee is going to have a lid though, like one of those thermos bottles or something. You definitely don't want to put a regular coffee cup in there. It's going to splash around everywhere. Inside our bag, we got the battery. Let's take a look at that. This is our 72 volt, 24 amp hour FE volt battery. It's made out of LG cells. This battery has a continuous rating of 60 amps, but it can peak at 150. It's a solid battery. It can get me up to speed really well. And it's perfect for something like this that's more of a budget build. I think this battery was like $390 something before shipping. So after shipping it's gonna be around 500 something. I think it is a solid buy for a build like this. I'll probably get some decent range too. I'm eventually gonna do a range test video with this, but not today. Today is gonna be more for the speed run. It is using an XT90 that I have running through the frame, and the way you charge it is with an XT60 connector. I love that this battery is in this bag. It just works so well and it makes the scooter look like a sleeper. Underneath this bag, we have our box down here. This is welded onto the frame of the scooter. And the original setup from the stock scooter had the battery and the controller in this thing. Right now, I have a bunch of wires in here and the controller. I'm running a far driver controller, specifically an ND72240, and that's rated for 70 amps and 240 phase amps. I am maxing out those numbers at 70 and 240 because this battery can take it, and on top of that, this motor can handle that no problem. Actually, this motor can handle a ton of power. This is a Jinsei Chuang 60/72 volt 5000 watt motor. And I gotta tell you guys, Jinsei Chuang makes some solid motors. I'm gonna shorten it and call it JSC. So these JSC motors are rated for pretty high speeds. On my other build with my pocket mod, I've gone like 65 miles per hour on that, and I can still go a little faster. These motors should be able to hit 70s. I think it's rated for like 74 miles per hour. So this motor is kind of overkill for this build, but I like that it's on there because it will never ever overheat with this setup. And if I ever wanted to, I could switch this motor out to something else. These tires are super beefy and they're pretty much puncture proof. They are made by CST. If you guys are wondering the size, it is 14 by 2.125. I'll also link this in the description. But yeah guys, if I really wanted to make this is already a moderately high speed build, but if I wanted to make it a super high speed build, I'm pretty sure I can make it go 70 to 80 miles per hour. These Jinsei Chuang motors, man, they're no joke. They can handle a lot of power. Like I said, my other build is pretty much pushing 200 amps into them. This one's only pretty much 70 amps. Maybe one day, if my fiance is not really using this thing and I really want to take it to the next level, I'm gonna make this thing freaking turn into a rocket. I really like the orange wire that it comes with. If I wanted to make this a complete sleeper, I could put like a black wire sleeve on it to hide the orange. But the orange makes it pop a little bit, and it lets other builders and modifiers know that there is something slightly special with this build. I bet from the other side, if I rode up to Johnny from X Crew, you know, he's one of the people that has a crazy Aerial Rider X class. If I rode up to him and I was facing this side, he would probably think it's a stock scooter. Like there's nothing special about it. But I know that he knows his stuff. He knows his motors and his far drivers and all that. So as soon as he turns and sees this side and that orange cable, he's gonna know that something special is going on. And I kind of like that. I like that there's a little hint. Over here we are running the stock shocks They work fine. I could replace it with something else, but it's fine. It works. I'm not mad at it. And plus, I didn't really want to spend that much more money on this build anyways. It gets the job done, and it's fun. It's a fun little peppy scooter that was built on a budget. The taillight currently does not work. I'm going to take this off and put in a rechargeable motion sensing taillight. Connected to that is our basket. Man, this basket will never be coming off. I love this little basket so much. It helps carry your stuff, and it makes your scooter look more innocent. A lot of times I take my bikes to the gym, so that would be perfect. If you want to throw your lock in there or your workout gear, whatever, you can fit anything in there. It'll probably be a good idea to get a net though, to put a net over it, like a bungee net, so nothing flies out. Okay, before I move on to talking about my controller settings and doing the top speed run, I want to show you guys the suspension. Like I said, this is the stock suspension. The front forks move down about maybe an inch to an inch and a half. And the back does absorb. I've gone over bumps with this thing and it feels pretty good. You can also make the rear shocks a bit more firm by twisting this. I currently have it at its loosest setting so that it can be a little more comfortable when I ride. I just really love the Caroma scooters because there's so much potential with it. I think if anyone really wanted to build something that's relatively fast on a budget and have some cargo space, I think the Caroma P1 might be the scooter for you. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's starting to sprinkle out here. All right, let's go do our top speed run and talk about our settings on the way there. So if you guys want to know my complete tune, I'm gonna post it at the end of the video. I'm just gonna do a slow scroll down of the Far Driver app, so you guys can just pause at whatever section you want and you guys can see what I'm running. It's nothing really special though, but I should warn you guys should not copy someone else's tune because every build is different and every build will use a different motor, different battery, different controller. So it's not going to be as easy as just copying someone's tune. This is going to be our speed run area. Like I said earlier, my line amps are running at 70 amps and my phase amps at 240. There is a decent amount of torque, nothing crazy, but a good amount to be fun. The first one I'm gonna do, since I have a full charge with a full battery, I'm gonna do it with my speedometer showing so we can see our speed. The second one I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna record the graph on the Far Driver page. I'm gonna wait for some cars to pass. All right, 3, 2, 1. Caroma P1 top speed test! Let's go! 42! 43, 46! Okay, I think we're getting 47. Oh, it started raining down harder. I've seen 50 before. That is so strange, huh? I was hitting a lot of wind too. All right, we gotta try again. Okay, we're gonna go back the opposite way and see what we get. "46, 47, 49, 50, 51. Woo! 51! Yeah, buddy! Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we got 51. This street is pretty much flat. I wonder why I couldn't get 50 earlier. Alright, now I'm gonna do another top speed run, but this time recording the graph. And I'm gonna screen record it. Okay, let's go. Screen graph recording, top speed run, round 3. Oh yeah, these brakes work so good. Jeez. This bike is so light. The power to weight ratio is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna head back home now because I'm getting wet out here. Yeah guys, even though this suspension is probably a cheaper kind, because I mean, the Caroma P1, you can get this scooter for like $300 on Amazon. So it's not gonna be amazing suspension, but they work. I am happy with them. I seriously think this Caroma scooter is probably one of the best scooters you can buy if you wanna upgrade it. Even if you don't wanna upgrade it, it's got a solid base. All right guys, I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.